fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the last entry in the Indiana Jones Worlds of Adventure line. This is Helena Shaw with Motorcycle. So I've previously taken a look at the other four, and this is the last one. Finally getting to this. I know it's been a minute, but had some other things come up, but we're finally getting to this. Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like this line did very well. I see them in stores everywhere. It doesn't really look like they're moving, and it seems like only Target is carrying them. So don't know if we're going to get a wave 2 or not, so this may very well be the last one that I review. Fingers crossed we get more. But yeah, so Helena Shaw is a character I'm not super familiar with. I believe she's from the new movie that's not out yet. So we'll learn more about this character after we see the new movie. But yeah, it's just Helena Shaw with a motorcycle and some other accessories. So this is the front of the packaging here. Really nice artwork on the front. I think that looks pretty good. Over here, just kind of showing you some of the features that are included. Over here, showing you some of the other sets that are available. Not really anything going on the top or the bottom. Spinning it around to the back, we get our one-to-one actual size breakdown of everything that is included, which looks pretty cool. So without further ado, I will get her out of the packaging here and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything included with the set. Of course, we have our Helena Shaw figure, and I think she looks pretty good. Nice detailing and paint applications there on the head. The hat is permanently affixed, so you can't take that off. Some nice detailing and paint throughout the body with the shirt. You have the belt there. The boots look good. She's got this little pouch here on the belt. Typical articulation for this line. You can look down a little bit, look up a little bit, but mostly side to side. It's kind of a limited ball joint there. You have a hinge in the shoulder as well as a rotation. You have a rotation at the wrist, so pretty much at the glove there. And then you can bend 90 degrees forward, and you do have some holes there in the bottom of the feet. Can't really go back at all. Nothing in the knees, nothing in the ankle. But a fun little figure. She doesn't really come with any accessories that she holds or anything like that, but we do have this little artifact. It is a skull with a crown on it, and I'm really not sure what the name of this is. It's not on the box or anything. I was kind of hoping the box would tell us what the name of it is, but some decent molded in detailing there. Everything's just done out of this one colored plastic. And then she has this little green backpack as well, which you can open up. You can see the hinge right there. And then this will just fit inside. And then you can close this up. It snaps closed. And if you want, you can go ahead and peg this onto her back. She has a little peg hole on the back there, so she can wear it as a backpack. We can also attach it to the side of the bike. We'll look at that in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the motorcycle. Pretty good. I think the detailing and the paint applications look good. I like the silver and the black here on the side of the engine. Or actually, I guess it's the gas tank. The seat is nice. You got some detail here. Some silver paint on the sides. Some trim here as well. That looks pretty sharp. Wheels roll. You have a little kickstand here that you can actually pop back, which is nice. And that rolls pretty well. So you can see that there's the connection spot here on the back. So if you want to go ahead and peg the bag there on the back. And then, of course, we have this like net launcher. So you can see you have this little missile here that kind of looks like a net. You just load that in, press the button on the top. Fires pretty well. And then you can go ahead and peg this on the side as well. Now, I will say, when you try to put the missile in here, it does kind of get in the way of the bike. It doesn't work that well. You can try to attach this like just barely to give yourself a little bit more room, or maybe you could angle this up or something. But when you have this connected, it is kind of a tight fit, especially putting the figure on the bike. But you can get her on there. It also makes the bike a little heavy to the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and take these items off for now. So you can go ahead and sit her on the bike, and then we would bring this forward so that she can grab onto the handlebars, which can be a little tricky, honestly. The way they have her sit on this, obviously we can't bend at the knee or anything like that. So she'd have to lean forward pretty far, and then to get the hands on here, it just looks a little unnatural. I wish the head could kind of tilt up more, because otherwise she's driving a bike while looking at the ground, which looks kind of silly. But yeah, it's just kind of a basic little motorcycle. Nothing too fancy or exciting about it. I mean, honestly, I think the problem with these sets, and I've kind of said this since day one, Indiana Jones has exciting locations, not really exciting vehicles. So I think this line really would have lent itself better to play sets as opposed to just vehicle sets, but they're just kind of copying the Mission Fleet model, which I understand, but Star Wars has a lot of exciting, memorable vehicles, and Indy just doesn't. And I understand why. I mean, Indy's set in our world, you know, in the past. He's got cars, he's got motorcycles, he's got planes, which are all well and good. Definitely put some of them in the line. But I feel like you need some kind of playset, because the exciting, thrilling part of an Indy movie is all the exotic locations. So I really feel like they should have done some playsets. Like I said, I don't know if this line's going to continue or not. Judging by the fact that I kind of see it everywhere and no one seems to be talking about it, kind of leads me to believe that it didn't do that well. Also, the fact that, like I said, really only Target has been carrying them. They are available on Amazon as well, but I don't see them in really any other stores. And I think Target recently discounted them, because I think this set would have been about $15 when it first came out, and I think Target has now discounted them to $10, which is a pretty sizable discount. I don't know if that was a price error in the beginning, and I unfortunately just overpaid because I was excited to get them right away, or if they just decided to lower the price because they weren't selling well. I'm not sure about that. But the larger sets that were, I think, 23 have now gone down to 15, and these sets that were like 15 have gone down to 10. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I would have wanted to pay for them in the beginning, but I was excited to get them right away and just kind of thought it was a price increase because Hasbro's been price increasing everything. But if you held out and you were waiting, now is definitely the time to get these while they're low, kind of before they go away, because if the line does die, eventually I think these will be kind of hard to find. But I'm crossing my fingers. I'm really hoping they decide to give us something else, maybe closer to when the movie comes out or shortly thereafter. I really think they should go ahead and give us a couple play sets. Throw a couple figures in there. You know, we definitely need more characters. I think we had 5 sets, and 3 out of the 5 sets just came with variations of Indy, which again, I get, but at the same time, with this kind of play pattern, you need to kind of build out the universe, and you need to give us more characters. So, fingers crossed that the line is not done, but we'll see. But as far as this set goes, I think it's fine. I like the character. The bike is okay. I like the little satchel here that you can put the artifact in. You know, these missile launching things or whatever. But if you can get this now for $10, I definitely think the set's worth $10. Is it worth, you know, the 15, 17, whatever it was originally? That's debatable. But for $10, I think this is definitely a cool little line. And, you know, I understand them wanting to copy the Mission Fleet pattern with the vehicles, but it just doesn't really hit the same for Indy as it does for Star Wars, because they're just practical everyday vehicles. They're not memorable vehicles like the Millennium Falcon or an X-Wing fighter. So I really think they need to lean into play sets for this line. So fingers crossed, maybe this line will continue. But for now, if you want to pick this up for around $10 on, I think you can even find them on Target.com if you can't find them in your local stores. Yeah, I think they're fun. I mean, I still like them because they are kind of following the, you know, Mission Fleet scale and everything. It doesn't really make sense to cross over the characters, but if you really wanted to, you could. If you wanted to have Anakin riding a motorcycle, go for it. You could do it. They should work because they are the same size. I do also think it's a little weird that she can't really ride the motorcycle that well. I mean, if you just want to put her on a motorcycle like this, not really have her worry about the handlebars. The other thing is, you know, the front of the bike does not steer or move at all. So usually with motorcycle toys, this section here will be able to turn. So, you know, while they're driving, they can turn. But no, it's just one solid piece. But it's nicely detailed. I think the good paint application's there. So, you know, is this the most exciting thing? Probably not. But for $10, I think it's a good little set. I really do like the artifact and the little backpack that you can use for that. And I like the figures, and like I said, the motorcycle's all right. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.